expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, you'd almost expect to know what kind of game this fella, Alejandro Balde, is going to play. I mean, we know he can operate on either side, and he's a cracking carrier of the ball. But his pace and ability to track back are huge pluses. So this guy gets up and down the pitch to great effect.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Baku. Caio Jorge. And it's Caicedo. And Carreras. Eze. Nicely weighted ball. Both sides exercising caution for now. Balde. And it's Balde. Searching pass he's played there. That's been cut out, well played. Carreras.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Baku. For Malicao are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo. It's not a style that anyone can necessarily play easily, Peter.
Eze. Eze will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Eze. Goes for a shot! Frimpong. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Now Kivior. Balde. Camera. Sends it crossfield. Now it's Ouattara. To Camera. Ouattara. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And it's Balde. To Camera. And it's made its way to him. Howson, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Baku. Eze. Oscar Mingueza. Carreras. And they are prompt with their pressing.
This is the time you need that pace.
Carreras. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing. And Marmoush! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And it's Mingueza. Howson. Just 5 minutes left until the break. It's a good spell of possession, this. Threads one in. There's the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Caio Jorge deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. That has not gone well. And that's a throw-in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the referee has blown for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. That gets us going once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Carreras. Caicedo. And it's Caicedo. Now Barco. Caio Jorge. Barco. And here's Marmoush. That's destined for the flank. Pass is just off target. Frimpong. Now Ouattara. That has been cut short. Now, can they get him away? He's found a way through. Some good work on the right flank here. Ronaldo gets into a good position. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Carreras. Caicedo. 60 minutes played. And it's Caicedo. It's a pretty loose pass. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Caicedo. This is a promising build-up. And it's Eze. And Caicedo. And here's Marmoush. Oh, he's having a go! And it's in! And we have liftoff! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
The Famalicão have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
So changes afoot here and from both sides.
El dorsal 4, el dorsal 22, el dorsal 15 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 5, el dorsal 14, el dorsal 7, el dorsal
Danny
20.
Vivian.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio
That's
de
going
jugadores.
right the way across. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Stiller. Vigo perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's having a hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
João Cancelo is onto this, and the shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Carreras. Oscar Mingueza. Adrian Benabe. And it's Caicedo. And Carreras. Carreras venturing down the left. Carreras charging forward down that flank. Stood up well to him there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice control. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Vigo have their second corner now. Balde goes short. Backward it goes. Tries one from range. And the difference is still one, but only just.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
Oscar Mingueza. Vigo very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And he was quick to react.
Famalicão really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Thinks about the shot. Terrific effort! And a neat finish. We thought they were done, but never say never. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Back to parity, and there's barely any... Kyle George! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Looking for the run. It's a promising position. Tries to play it through. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually. Certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being